Today we are starting a new topic, Newton's laws of motion. This is one of the most important topic in the mechanics. Before starting it, we first discuss the notion of force. Force is a push or pull. Push means if a body is placed on a surface and we apply in this force in this manner, then we will say it is a push. It have a tendency to displace the object. Similarly, pull also have the same tendency, but the applied force in this manner, this is called pull. And the force is also required to stop a moving body or to slow down it. For example, force which the gravity or the earth applied on an object is called the gravitational force, and this force is we generally known as weight of the body. This is the weight of body W, that is equal to mg. This weight is also a force, and m is the mass of body and g is the gravitational acceleration. That means acceleration due to the gravity. This is a non-contact force. That means the physical contact is not required for the gravitational force. Other example of the non-contact forces are, suppose, electrical force and the magnetic force. But for example, we push or pull, we require the contact between the applied agency and the object. Force is a vector quantity. That means it has magnitude as well as direction. And its unit is Newton. In short, we write it is N. It means it is kilogram meter per second square. And in dimensional term, we will write it is ml t minus 2. This Newton is the unit in SI system. In CGSS system, we can say that unit of the force is dynes. One dyne is gram centimeter per second square, and one dyne equal to 10 raised to the power minus 5 Newton. This can be easily calculated from this. This say 1000 gram into 100 centimeter per second square. So it means 10 power 5 gram centimeter per second square. So from this we can say one dyne equal to 10 power minus 5 Newton. One more term we have already discussed, that is the reference frame or frame of reference. This frame of reference is the set of coordinate axes attached to the body, either it at rest or moving with constant velocity, or maybe velocity may be variable. These frame of references may be classified in two categories. One is inertial frame of references and another is non-inertial frame of references. Inertial frame of references are those which are attached with either a stationary body, that means frame of reference is either rest or moving with constant velocity. In short, we can say inertial frame of references are non-accelerated frame of reference. Similarly, non-inertial frame of references are the frame of references which are accelerated. So we can say these are accelerated frame of references. One of the most common example we use are Earth. Earth is actually non-inertial frame of reference. But as a approximation, as a good approximation, we say Earth, we take Earth as a inertial frame of reference, as most of our time is on the pass into the Earth. So Earth will be taken as the inertial frame of reference, though it is a non-inertial frame of reference because it rotates about the axis and has a accelerated motion. So now we discuss Newton's law of motion. There are the three laws of motions of Newton. First is first law of motion. This is related to the equilibrium of the forces. If we define this law in terms of mathematics, so we can write acceleration of a body is zero if and only if f is zero. It means a body has zero acceleration if and only if when total net force, this is the net force on the body is zero. That means first law states that body retains its state of rest or motion, and this motion is uniform motion. Uniform motion means velocity is constant. That is a non-accelerated motion. Body retains in its state of rest or motion, that is a uniform motion, till F net force, total force is zero. That means forces are in equilibrium, body is in equilibrium. In that condition, we say acceleration is zero. This is the first law of motion. Second law of motion is if body is accelerated, in that case, acceleration will be given by F by m, or we can write it as F equal to ma. F is the net force because force is a vector quantity. If a number of the forces are acting at a body, then we will have to add those forces using the vector addition method, and we will get F net, that is the net force. This is the net force divided by the mass of the body. It will give the acceleration. So this is our second law of Newton's. Third is second law is also called law of force. And in this, m refer the mass of the body, and it is the parameter for inertia. Inertia have a tendency body to resist the change in its state of rest or motion. Higher the mass, more the mass, higher the inertia. It means higher the tendency to oppose the change in its state. It means if mass is higher, acceleration will be less. If mass is less, acceleration will be more for the same applied net force. Third is also known as action reaction law. If two bodies are in contact, say this is A, this is B, then A applied a force on B, this is the action, then B is also applied a force on A, this is reaction. In other words, we can also say B is applying a force on A, that is the action, and A is applying the force on B, that is the reaction. That means there is an action-reaction pair. If there is action, there will be reaction. So there are the three important points related to this action-reaction law. One is magnitude of these action and reactions are equal. Second, directions of these action and reactions will be opposite. And third one is they act on different bodies which are in contact. That means action reaction does not act on the same body. Here we can separate these to draw the free body diagram. In terms of action reaction, if this is A, this is B, this is the force on B due to A, and there is the force on A due to B. So we can say FAB equal to FBA in terms of magnitude as per the first statement. Second is FAB equal to minus FBA. Their directions are opposite. And third one is FAB is acting on A while the FBA is acting on B. If this is a action, FAB is the reaction, and these will act on the different bodies. So this is the third law. In this way, the first law is for the equilibrium of the forces when acceleration 0, if and only if the net force is 0. Second is law of force, which gives acceleration equal to force by mass. And third is the action reaction law, which states that two bodies in contact apply action on two by first body and reaction on the first body by second. And in this, magnitudes will be equal, direction of these action reactions will be opposite, and they will act on the different bodies.